I want my HTV. I want it now, and I want it live. Yay! Okay, so Heavenly Abba, I come before you and I lift up this video and everyone in my chat room to you. I pray you have a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday, and I pray that you provide for them and protect them, give them clothing, water, food, shelter, love, finances, vehicles, homes, jobs. I pray for animals, domestic and wild, in Yeshua's name. I pray for homeless people in Yeshua's name. I pray for people that are going through drug and alcohol addictions in Yeshua's name. I pray for the kids that are forgotten about. I pray for the kids that are being trafficked in Yeshua's name. Happy Wednesday, Heavenly Abba. Thank you for this day that you have given to me, so I can share it with my loved ones, hang out with my pets, and talk to you all day. In Yeshua's name I pray. I love you. Yudhe Vave, I worship you. Yeshua HaMashiach, I love and accept you with all my being. Holy Spirit, please fill and overflow me with Heavenly Abba's love, power, authority, and strength, insight, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, compassion, patience, and all the gifts of the Holy Spirit. In Yeshua's name, Selah. What I pray for myself, I pray for my loved ones. In Jesus' name. Okay. Ooh, see? Okay, guys, let me go, settle her now, because she's going to keep this up, and it's going to get on my nerves. You wanted nothing to do with me until I turn on my computer. After this, you're not getting anymore. Okay? You are on a diet. Roll over. Good girl. I love you. Now, please get out of my hair. Okay. So, I found some things I wanted to show you guys. Oh, my goodness. I don't even know where to start. Hey, hot retarded chicks, I was going to give you a call this morning. Bougie on a budget says, hello, keeper. She gives you a big sloppy lick right back. New era. So I saw these things on Twitter. Paul, it is so great to see you. Yeshua blessings. So I was going through Facebook posts, and I follow Matt Bracken. Have you guys ever heard of him? Yeah, Matt Bracken. He's amazing. He did a bunch of shows on back when it was the Hagman and Hagman Report, and Joe was alive. And Matt Bracken is a very well-spoken man and knows his stuff. So I follow him, and I'm friends with him on Facebook, and he put something up on Twitter. And I was like, Now, I just bumped into on Twitter a man named Ian Miles Cheong, and I friended him on Twitter. I didn't meet him personally, but for the past couple of weeks, I've been following Ian on Twitter, and I really appreciate his content. And I don't know if some of my friends on YouTube even have Twitter. Some of you guys don't even want to open up accounts. And if that's the case, well, I got accounts everywhere. And I'm going to stay on the internet. I have to. That's a part of my calling. So if I can share anything with you guys, you name it, let me know what it is and I'll share it. Even when, I have all L.A. Marzulli's and Trey Smith's CDs. Well, just about all of them. And I have CDs from previous conferences, so if you guys ever want to watch any of the CDs that I have, I am more than happy to do it. I just have to do it on a private video call that is not recorded and not live. But otherwise, I'm allowed to share all the videos with you guys. So, without further ado, I'm going to shut my mouth and show you what I bumped into this morning. I only saw part of this, but I wanted to play this and watch it with you guys. You know what I better do before it's too late and I just thought of it. This is frustrating. Okay, here we go.
I would be in the same position you're in, so I'm not even mad at you, baby. For feeling like fake news. This is the thing. I know people don't like Trump. I understand that. But let me tell you something. If I had to pick between him and Joe Biden, I'm not voting in Joe Biden. You want to see a bunch of black people go to jail by the next 4 years? Put Joe Biden in. Watch what happens. You want to see black men get killed substantially? Like you've never seen before, put Joe Biden in and watch what happens. These Democrats, and I'm sorry to say this, I'm not trying to be racist, but they hate black people. These are the same people who fought to keep slavery in. These are the same people who built the KKK. These are the same people who hated us from the beginning. The Republican Party is the party of the blacks. Blacks free, the Republican Party is the only party that the black people actually assisted in finding. But all of that history has been torn away. People say, oh, there was this big switch. There was never a big switch. The Union won because we had grown in the industrial era. So we were able to get trains and get supplies back to our soldiers while the Confederate was still riding horses. They were not able to get the supplies back fast enough, right? So what happened was once slavery was abolished in the South, the people in the South could no longer make their money from slaves. They had to move to the North to work in the industry to produce. And so the people in the North that already had established themselves in the industry moved to the South. And so that's where it was a transfer of people coming from the South to the North and people coming from the North to the South. There was never a big switch. So the same Democrats who hated black people from the beginning are the same ones who hate us now. And they use our cause. How did Black Lives Matter turn into something about LGBTQ? When blacks really don't support that. We're conservative. We're really not about that. Not only that, we don't support abortion. We're about working. This is the black culture. We ain't ever been about that. Not only that, we're not about feminism. No, we're not. Black women marry their husbands and respect their husbands. That's what we on. We're not on this, oh, I do what I want. We don't do that. That's not our community, and you would understand. I know you understand what I'm saying. We don't do that. But yet these people are hijacking our movement, and the Democratic Party, they're trying to hijack our stuff. No.
Sorry about that, guys. Forgive me. I had to run outside. I like this video. I like listening to this woman. I can catch my breath. I'm so sorry, guys. Whew. Yet mainstream media ignoring their voices, right? I think that's so frustrating, Paul. Whew. Sorry. I flew down the stairs out in the driveway to my car and then flew back in. I was trying to look for my purse. I can't get over what's happening in our world. Let me catch my breath. Oh my goodness. So, I heard that coming up soon, in like 6 months, but we've been hearing this. But now it's being raised again. Like in 6 months, they're going to pull the electrical plug. Hey, painful. No, they won't show it. It's great to see you painful. Is this? No. So we saw that. Oh my goodness. Wait, this isn't my page. Home. Holly. Thank you. Oh no, it is my page. Sorry, I'm still learning. Look at this.
Scary thing is that this didn't happen in the middle of the night. It was midday, in front of bystanders who did nothing to help this defenseless child. What the hell is wrong with you people? How could you witness such a thing happening in front of you to a little girl and refuse to intervene? Today I spoke to the victim's mother, and she says to me that the worst part of the attack wasn't even caught on camera. Moments after what we saw there, she was dragged off the bench and stomped on by the gang of 8 thugs. The victim was taken to hospital after that brutal beating. She had broken ribs, significant bruising to her face, 2 black eyes. Her legs were pretty banged up. The poor girl has braces, so even her internal mouth wasn't spared, ripped to shreds. As you can imagine, the 16-year-old is mentally and emotionally broken to the point that she refuses to make a statement to police. She fears that if she makes a statement, the gang will hunt her down and finish the job. And how can you blame her? So the mother went to police by herself, and Dandenong police told the mother that they couldn't open an investigation without a victim statement. So the cops are saying that they can't form an investigation based on the evidence you've just seen and based on the CCTV showing her being stomped on by a gang of 8 savages. In the current climate, if the tables were turned and the victim happened to be black and the perpetrators were white ones, would the cops say the same thing?
No, they would
I
not.
guarantee not. Every news source in this country would run this story as their lead headline. There would be protests from here to the Northern Territory, and so there should be.
I'll go protest.
But no one is giving this real airtime. And not one person has protested what happened. So why the double standard? Don't Australian lives matter too?
I saw that video, guys, and I gotta tell you, it broke my heart. Now, what happened to this girl is why I ran this video, this live stream, this video with this young lady in the picture. I had a reaction to it. It pissed me off severely. She is a minor. Right there, the cops should step up to the plate and go get the thugs based on the fact she's a minor. I can't believe the cops are going to let a minor get tossed like that by 8 thugs and do jack about it. I'll go protest in front of the police station and in front of the courthouse and ask them why they're not helping this minor and why this minor is going to live for the rest of her life in fear and in hiding. Shame on you adults. I don't care what skin color you are. Shame! Yep, the victims lose. Left, right, sideways, and center. Every damn time. They lose every time. They get beat up and nobody stands up for them. They just stand there and watch. And then they'll turn around when this girl's older and say to her, guess what? You deserved it. They were beating on you, but you know what? You deserved it. That's what they'll do to her. You watch. She'll grow up, get a boyfriend, and the boyfriend will turn around and go, you know what? I can't believe you spoke to me like that. Now I know why they beat you up. You had it coming. This girl's life is ruined for the rest of her life. And I, for one, am pissed off about it. I want justice for this young lady. I'm calm now. I'm calm. And now my voice is not raspy because I'm yelling. I have allergies, asthma, and sinus problems. And yes, I'm a smoker. So what? Who cares? That's between me and my creator. All right, so this really got to me, this video.
The scary thing is that this didn't happen in the middle of the night.
Where was the other frame? All right, moving on. Justin. Quaker Oats is removing the name and image of Aunt Jemima from the brand in effort to make progress towards racial equality. Yeah, because Lord knows a box of pancakes is going to make all the difference, right? So fentanyl is made in Asia. You know how many people are dying because their heroin is laced with fentanyl, or whatever drugs that they're buying is laced with fentanyl. Fentanyl is made in Asia. Oh, get this. Listen to this nonsense.
I think that it's necessary for you to think that. Hey, sir, this is a really traumatizing space for a lot of people, and I don't think that it's necessary for you to be here. If that is your opinion, then this is not the space for you. This is not a space for you, and we understand. It's really just traumatizing for people. It's traumatizing. It's traumatic. Your hat and your flag are traumatic at this point.
Like, what are you trying to gain here? There's really nothing.
You're looking at dead bodies.
How do you know he's not a vet? How do you know he's not standing there praying for those dead people and their loved ones? And now you're standing there doing what to him? You stupid blonde bimbo. What college did your parents pay tuition for you to go to? They need a refund. Look how stupid you turned out. But hey, don't let me say it. I'll let you prove your stupidity. Hang on, let me unpause you. You stupid human.
You're looking at dead bodies and then you're wearing a hat that says that you support the person that killed them. You support the system that killed them. So don't look at them and don't stand in this space. It's not for you. It's not for you. We're here.
Please tell me that's not a Make America Great.
Yeah.
It sure is. So obviously you came here to stir up shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, actually, you're stirring up shit. You approached him. You're being confrontational. You're bothering him. You went to him. He didn't bother you at all. He's not even speaking to you. But you idiots are just spewing garbage from your mouth. You're the shit starters, not that man carrying a flag, wearing a hat that says Make America Great Again. You know what my hats say? Yud Hey Vav Hey, or I wear a cross on my hats. But I guess that's going to be too traumatic for you too, won't it? Because Jesus is truth, and Lord knows you can't handle the truth. Can you? But let me unpause and stop telling you off so that way you have time to speak to make yourself look more ignorant.
Yeah, come here.
You're in your face and you want to be on YouTube. Go home.
Someone got a lighter? I like that bitch on fire, to be honest with you. What is he doing? Hey, it's just chill.
How do you know that this man here is not a vet? But you're calling him a killer because he has a flag and a Make America Great Again hat. And what are you guys doing? You're threatening him. You're being confrontational. You went up to him, and now you're going to get a lighter to burn his flag. And that space that he's in praying for all of these people, he's not allowed to be in that space because you don't like him. And why don't you like him? You don't even know him. You don't like how he dresses? Sorry, not all of us have $2,000, to go out and buy Gucci purses, stiletto high heels, and get our nails done all the time. Yeah, your Gucci high heels and your Gucci handbags. Oh, this one brought me happiness. I saw this. What these Jewish men are doing is cutting the chains off their park that the mayor put a lock on. Oh, this one was good. You guys got
every major company in America. I just wanted to take... Hi, I'm the CEO of every major company in America. I just wanted to take the time to say that here at my company, Black Lives Matter. I know we spent all of February speaking to the Black community, but sometimes current events happen. And in order to make sure you social justice warriors continue making me richer, I simply can't stand by and let a situation like this go to waste. Last year, only 9 unarmed Black men were shot and killed by the police. But now is not the time for facts. Now is the time for feelings. Please continue destroying your own communities and burning down businesses, as long as they're not mine. We support you acting like hoodlums now more than ever. And we want you to feel comfortable giving us what little money you have left when this is all over. I promise I will continue to publicly support whatever opinions will make you keep liking me. Black Lives Matter, especially when it helps my bottom line to say that. Have a great day. An orange man, very, very bad.
Thank you, sir. Very good video. Oh, man, here we go. Watch this one, guys. Oh, wait, I can't play this. I'll get whacked. Okay, I've got no strikes right now, so I'm still flying under radar. Sweet. There was another video of a guy putting some activists in their place about abortion and calling them out as hypocrites. Heavenly Abba, send down your good warring angels and have them stand guard around these people that are standing up for what is right simply because it is right. For the people that are standing up for the truth because it is the truth. Protect them as we take back our country and also take back the earth that you, Yudhe Vavhe, created for us human beings. In Yeshua's name. I can't get over how idiotic people are acting. I mean, it's like they're, oh my God. All right, this one I can't show you. It's on YouTube, right? Because I'll get in trouble. Here. So, Raz of the Chaz hands out AR-15s to strangers who could be minors. I just subbed Just in Trouble this morning. I don't want to get in trouble. Hey, Anna, sweetheart. I was thinking about you this morning. Aunt Jemima is cool. Where'd it go? My screen's flipped. Sorry. I know that is racist. These people are insane. I love Aunt Jemima. Are you kidding me? I don't look at that box and it doesn't make me think of anything racial. I look at that box and go, that's the kind I want, because that kind tastes better than the rest of the kinds that are on the shelf. I want Aunt Jemima brand. That's what I want. On Icon's YouTube channel. Oh, really? Good morning, Ron. How are you? The Holly weirdos are really on the virtue signaling campaign lately. Oh my goodness. This, like, Ron, it's ripping me apart. I want to get involved. I want to do something. And then the other part of me says, Holly, hold back. Number one, you're no spring chicken. You're 45 now. Number two, right now with these these protests turn riot and looting, that is not the place for you to be. That's not what Abba is calling you to do. There's going to be something in the future. You're going to get that tap on your shoulder. And when you do, that's when you get up and that's when you move. But to go and do these protests or anything like that, I really truly feel that Abba is saying, Holly, stand down. This one's not for you. So, but I'll tell you what, I wish there was something I could do. Like, if any of you guys know how to get in touch with this young lady, I'm dead serious. I know she's living in fear. I know she's scared. But if anybody can give me this young lady's mother's email address, I'd like to write a letter to show my support and whatnot. I would like to reach out to this young lady's mother and see if there is anything that I can possibly do to help her and her daughter. And I'm sure she's getting a lot of people offering that, but this is atrocious. I want to meet this young lady. If you guys can help me meet this young lady, I would really like to do that. This young lady is my new hero. And I would like to meet my hero. So if you can help me to accomplish that, I welcome it. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Skype. Reach out to me, private message me. I would really love to give my love, prayer, support, and whatever else I can do to this young lady in this video. She probably doesn't even live in the States. I can't believe what happened to her. It really touched me. It left an impact on me. Okay, but getting back to this video. So I can't play this, right? Look at this. Right here. The kid goes to his trunk, opens it up. He opens up his trunk, he turns around to the crowd of kids behind him and goes, basically, he says, so who here is 18 years old? And some kid just walks up and says, me. So this guy standing at his trunk turns around and gives one of these kids an AR-15. He gives this kid an AR-15. This kid says he's 18, shows no ID. And the kid by the trunk gives this kid an AR-15. So they can have a heavy presence. So these are what the protests are about now. It's about people carrying AR-15s. Yeah, I've got no business being there. You see that? And why do they need it? I mean, this is where they're standing. In the middle of a street with AR-15s. And there's other people walking around in the crowd that don't have weapons. I'm sorry, that doesn't make me feel secure because at that point, only the bad guys got weapons. And I'm one of the good guys. We're not on the same team. Obviously, because I don't go to the back of my car, open it up, and just start passing out AR-15s to anybody. I heard cops and Hell's Angels are riding with mongrels, and I heard that communities are starting up militias, so whatever's happening in our streets, guys, I hope it stops before it gets out of hand, and sadly, it's going to get out of hand. This is our Civil War. Remember years ago, I kept telling you guys how scared I was? How scared I was. About super soldiers having a civil war. You know, the MK Ultra survivors that make it out of deep underground military bases like myself. I just like to use the term super soldier because it's words. It's not SRADIDMK, which are all letters. But I was really worried, and I had heard through a lot of other MK Ultra survivors, also known as super soldiers or augmented soldiers, how we were going to have a civil war. And when we have a civil war, so are the citizens of whatever country we're in going to have a civil war too. So I think this is the start of that. And I think that's exactly where we're headed now. Is this a civil war? It's complete, blatant disrespect and ignorance against versing what is true and right. So you're going to have some people that's going to stand up for what's true and right and protect children and women. And then you're going to have the other group that just wants to destroy, loot, and burn down every city until their very own bed and socks turn to ashes. So I guess I'm looking at the beginning of that civil war, huh? You know what? I'm not sitting home and being scared and crying. I won't do that. I'd rather have affirmative action because then I know I'm doing something and I can burn off that stress and anxiety. And plus, I know that I will be doing something for my Savior and Creator. All right, so I'm babbling now. What's my chat room doing? Dore, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Debbie, how are you, sweetheart? What are you guys up to today? I'm sorry I'm not on camera. You want to see why I'm not on camera? I'll show you why. Where's OBS? I gotta open it up. I'll show you exactly why I don't want to come on camera. Oh, it is on. That's why. This is why I don't want to go on camera, is because what happens is I roll out of bed in the morning, I take care of my pets, I start talking to Abba, and then I look into new stuff, and everything in my head just, all the light switches go off. And it's like, okay, you know what, I'm going to just do what I do in the morning. I can take a shower in the afternoon. So, yeah, I kind of shower in the afternoons now, not in the mornings, because it just, I don't know, I roll out of bed and Abba's got stuff for me to do. So I start on that first, and then when I start to unwind in the early afternoon, that's when I take a shower and put makeup on, do my hair, and look pretty like a girl is supposed to look pretty. So I can't help it. I always start my days off with the news and Yeshua. Well, Yeshua and the news. And in that order. First Yeshua, then the news, then everything else. So I know it's better that, thank you, Anna, you're a sweetheart. I know that it's better when I come on camera. I like people who do videos when they come on camera better than when you can't see them at all, because I like to be able to look in someone's eyes and see their reaction. I can understand them better. Like last month I had 2 different falling outs, and it was all because just back and forth with the text messages, and it's like, can't you just pick up the phone and call me? This way I can hear your voice, I can hear the tones in your voice, and I can actually speak to you. And I guess that's why I like video calls so much, because I can see you guys. and you guys can look back and see me. I think it's better that way. But I don't think that I have really too much more. My friend has to stop buying me cigarettes. I'll tell you that much. Because I'm never. I quit. I quit cigarettes like 5 times already in 2020. You'd think I'd get it right eventually and stay quit, but no, that would be too easy. I just like putting myself through the miserableness of detoxing for a week just to pick up a cigarette a few days later. Apparently, I love torturing myself. So I'm going to let you guys go. And I hope that you have a nice morning. But before I go, I want to check one thing out. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. What is that? Oh, guys, I just found another video I want to share. I'll watch it with you. Yeah, do you guys mind if I just actually hang out a little bit longer and look at videos and share them with you guys and maybe have some conversation? Like, could we do that? Because I don't want to go just yet. I do, because I have stuff to do, but I don't because it takes me a while to wake up. It appears a Civil War battle so far, or Civil War-like. Yes, Ron. I was commenting on this the other day. I don't think President Trump will allow it to escalate to a full civil war since what's happening and unjust. You know, I got to be honest. Half of me loves Donald Trump, our president, and the other half of me criticizes him. And I don't mean to be like that, and I repent. But I have a negative, skeptical side to me. But honestly, I like having President Donald J. Trump as our president. And yes, I do believe that Clement's prophecy is going to come true and Trump will be president again in 2020. And the reason why I say that was because I went before Heavenly Abba and I said, I was on my belly for this one. It was really important. So it wasn't just 2 knees I took. I just fully surrendered and I said, Abba, you know, I never followed Kim Clement. I know a lot of people, brothers and sisters, have told me to look into him. My ministry, Trey Smith, he's speaks highly of Kim Clement, and I'm like, I really don't know everything, Abba, so I really have to rely on you to tell me what's going on. Oh, which brings another good point up, and maybe you guys can help me, and I think that you guys can. But anyway, I said to Abba, I said, listen, Abba, when Trump ran for office, I'll get to what Abba's answer was in a minute, but let me work up to it. So I said, Abba, remember when Trump first ran for presidency? I took a shower, did my hair and makeup, was dressed to the nines, got all decked out, and I go marching down the stairs through the kitchen, out to the front door, over to the front door to walk out. I was like, Abba, all of a sudden you appeared in my kitchen and you closed the door and you said, Holly, whatever you do, Trump is going to be president. At that time, I said, Abba, I don't want to vote. I know our votes don't matter. I know what people say and they like to think. But Abba, I come from the dumbs. This is already set up. Look at the 469 Illuminati playing cards. They had Trump in those cards before, decades before. So, yeah, Trump is going to be president. Okay, so anyway, Abba said, no matter what you do, Trump is going to be president. And because I come from the dumbs, I don't play their games. I don't do it anymore. Your votes don't count. You don't matter. they'll count your votes, but if you think they matter, you're sadly mistaken. I come from the dumbs. This is all set up for you. They make you think it matters, and you don't. They already know what's going to happen. The Illuminati, okay, people say, well, the Illuminati's messed up, and the Illuminati is acting out revelation in our Holy Bible. Well, wait a second. Time out. God knows the beginning from the end from the beginning and all that stuff. Oh, I'm getting sidetracked from Trump. Let me go back to that. So, I went before Heavenly Abba not too long ago, and I said, Abba, is it true? Maybe 2 years ago. I said, is it true what Kim Clement has prophesied? Is Trump going to be president again in 2020? I need to rely on you. I need you to just to tell me, because I'm not doing this charade of voting. I'm staying out of it, because I already know about it. I was in the dumbs with with our supposedly dead President Bush Sr. and Barry Obama. I remember them from the dumbs. So on the surface here, we the people is all clamoring, saying our votes count, our votes count, our votes count. No, they don't. No, they don't. Stop believing their lies. He's going to be president if everybody stays home and doesn't vote, because that's what the Illuminati want. It's what they're into that matters, not you. You don't count. You're their food source. People say the Illuminati families and the bloodlines are acting out revelation in the Holy Bible. Well, even if God God purposefully left that canon out of the Bible, of Revelation, that section, the Illuminati families, the bloodlines, would still be doing what they're doing to this day. So they're not acting out what they're reading in the Holy Bible. They were going to do it regardless. They were going to bring us, we the people, to our knees. Look at the Georgia Guidestones. They already had it planned. Now tell me your vote matters, and that structure is still standing. If you matter, that structure would not be. If you matter, you would be doing something about it and ripping down the Georgia Guidestones, but you're not. In fact, I'm guilty too. We're letting them put up arches for Baal and statues of Baphomet. We're letting them do that. No. I'm guilty of it. So I start in my backyard and I sit here and I think, Abba, I'm not doing enough. I need to do more. I need to do more. But simply, honestly, I don't have money to do more. I got my disability check. I paid all my bills, and that's it. I paid my bills, took care of my pets, paid the rent. Now, I have to find a side job so I can buy food and put it on the table. And I have no problem doing that 1 or 2 days a week. That's great. It gets me out of the house. But I don't have the resources to do more. If I did, I would. I don't, so I can't. And I feel like that's a typical excuse that everybody gives. And I'm guilty of it myself. So I start here first and then work outwards. So I'm not criticizing you guys. I'm not putting you down. Not you in my chat. There's people out there in the world that I'm really concerned over. We are digital soldiers working in the background, exposing the truth as you are and more. Many of us have been shadow banned but work around it. Boy, Ron, I like what you said. People are waking up. And if there's anything that I can do to help keep exposing, let me know. I'm game. Because I want to do more. I'm not, I don't have editing skills or skills to make these brilliant videos. I'm not like Woodward TV, WTV. HTV loves WTV. It cracks me up. I'm sorry. But how Woodward speaks, his delivery, how he articulates himself, and he's brilliant at it. I don't have that skill set, and I really wish I did. Shalom, Yaz Burnt Butterfly. How are you, sweetheart? It's good to see you. This is really Civil War. They say the original Civil War was only hot in certain areas, and most people never experienced it directly. especially back then when news traveled slowly. Lynn, oh, I love you. Yeah, I love Trey Smith, and I just got into Kim Clement after I had that conversation with Abba and Trump regarding Kim Clement's prophecy, and Abba said, yes, Kim Clement said Trump will be president in 2020. Yes, President Trump will be president again in 2020. So Abba confirmed that to me. And you know what I don't like? I don't like those people from my past that put Kim Clement down, or people from my past that put Trey Smith down, and people from my past that put Anita Fuentes down, or people from my past that put Paul Begley and Heidi Begley down. Now, I don't agree with everything my ministries preach and talk about, but to put them down, I mean, people from my past put down Paul McGuire. You know how hard our brother Paul McGuire works? Have you guys ever seen him speak at a conference? He blows it off the charts. He's amazing. And brothers and sisters of Christ have bashed him and called him a reptilian because he licks his lips too much. It's like, wait a minute, I do the same thing. And they're always chapped and I'm always biting on my lips. Does that mean I'm a reptilian too? My reptilian half is coming out, guys. Hurry up, run, hide under your bed. Holly's triggered, the reptilian side's coming out. Don't you see her eyes squinting, like her pupils breathing and blinking like that? She's a reptilian. She licks her lips too much, just like Paul McGuire. There's something wrong with her. I don't know, but I like all these people. Like, I don't agree with all of my ministries. I'll be honest. I have a hard time with the whole rapture false doctrine. Isn't this actually 2012 by the great... Yah? Oh my goodness. I wish you were here this morning with me, Yah's burnt butterfly. The conversation I had with Abba. When I first woke up from MK Ultra programming, I wrote to Jonathan Kahn and Paul Begley, and I'm like, we're not living in the year that's on our calendars. There's something off. It's been manipulated. Now, I understand there's time travel. I understand there's a Mandela effect. I understand all of this, but our time is wrong. Our time is off. Our votes work in local candidates. Yes, Ron. Electoral college vote influenced by ours. They thought Hillary would win. The youth attempted assassinations on POTUS, 45 including a missile attack about 2 years ago. That ticks me off, Ron. Ron, I'll be honest, I wanted to, when I had my original Twitter account, Trump actually became my friend. He was one of the first people that... And there was one interview I did with someone, and I kid you not, I do believe, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, that President Donald Trump did watch the interview I was doing with someone else. And honestly, I was speaking about the politicians that I remember from the dumbs. And anyway, if I wish I kept that Twitter account, because with the dreams and visions that Abba gives me, I fear for our president's life. And I think it's really serious, and I'm always praying for Trump to be safe and protected, not poisoned, not killed, not murdered, not assassinated by any means, not terminated. And I take that very seriously. I have like this dread that one day, I have a dread and a fear that one day something bad is going to happen to our president. And I want to be able to stop it. But I won't be able to. I don't want to see anything bad happen to our president, Mr. Donald J. Trump, sir. Check out Amanda Grace YouTube. She's amazing. I will. Thank you so much, New Era. Hey, Brian. The rapture doctrine sounds odd to me. I read that the tares will be gathered up and burned in the fire, and then the wheat is taken to the barn. I know. New Era, thank you so much. Let me write that down. I got so much to do, it's not even funny. Excuse me for smoking cigarettes still. What did you say? Amanda Grace. Yeah. So I'm going to say things wrong. You guys aren't going to agree with me. I get that. But I'm still going to do the best I can. The other thing I was thinking about this morning, and you made me think of it, y'all, was I said to Abba, I was like, Heavenly Father, I have a question, and I want to come to you regarding my question so you can explain it to me. But I was like, Abba, you know, there's a lot of different theories. There's one ministry I know that says we're waiting for the 7th seal to open or the 6th seal to open. Personally, I disagree. None of the seals have been opened yet. But I'm not going to judge my ministry. We all think differently. I just don't like when people say, Holly, if you don't believe in the rapture, then you're going to be left behind. What, because I don't believe in some false doctrine, Jesus is going to forget about me? Now, if you want to talk about the 7th trumpet and the Holy Bible backing up the 7th trumpet, and you want to talk about the 2 resurrections, one happening at the 7th trumpet and one happening at the end of Yeshua's 1,000 years of reign, we can open up dialogue. But if you're going to come at me with this rapture stuff and I'll be left behind, Jesus is going to forget about me because I don't believe in it, well then right there, that should be a signal to you that that doctrine has a bunch of holes in it. If you're going to turn to your brother and sister and say to them, hey, you're going to be left behind, you don't believe in a rapture, that's just like saying to somebody else, you don't believe in Jesus, you're going to hell. Both of which none of us are supposed to do to each other. But do we do it to each other? Yes, we do. Sadly, we do. So half my friends are telling me Jesus already forgot about me. The other half of my friends are like, well, wait a minute, but the Bible's talking about a 7th trumpet and 2 resurrections. Where's the word rapture in there? What? It's all MK Ultra programming. I'm going to be honest, I spoke to Christians and they triggered me. And at the time, I didn't know what was happening. I truly did not know. But they were triggering me. There's this group of people, I'm not friends with them anymore, and I'm so happy about that. Because I told them off the bat about their rapture stuff. I'm like, that's like all MK Ultra. I'm like, drop it. I don't agree. You're wrong. I don't care if you grew up in a church. I don't care if that's what you grew up believing. It doesn't mean it's right. And it's false. Abba showed me a 7th trumpet. Abba never showed me a rapture. Abba showed me the 2 resurrections. Abba never showed me a rapture. Abba showed me the sealing of the 144,000. Abba showed me a whole bunch of other things. But he did not show me a rapture. So do I listen to you, the human, or do I listen to my Creator? Because you, the human, tells me that I'm wrong for listening to my Creator and I should listen to you. No. There was this group of Christians that told me they're going to be raptured out of here. There's going to be 2 raptures. One for the wheat and one for the barley. And they're going to be raptured out of here before the tribulation, which they say will be 3.5 years, not 7. They'll be raptured out of here, and then they'll be brought down to the earth in their glorified bodies so they can walk you and everybody else up to the guillotines to get their heads chopped off for Jesus. What? So you're going to be raptured out of here, given a glorified body, and you're telling me you're going to come back down here and help me walk up to a guillotine and get my head chopped off for Yeshua? And you don't see what's wrong with that. And you need me to tell you, and you're at least a decade older than me. What is wrong with you? MK Ultra is biting you on the nose, and you're believing it, and you're not recognizing it. No wonder why you think the elect will be deceived. It's because you're already deceived. You're already MK Ultra. You're already mind fucked. Excuse my language, but I've had it. Don't talk to Holly about the rapture. No, don't, please. Because it's false, it's fake, it's MK Ultra programming, and you're perpetuating lies. And when the rapture doesn't happen, you are going to have to explain to the rest of the world why your God left you behind. He never left me. I've been believing in the Holy Bible for how he spoke it and his interpretation. That's it. I don't know where you got yours, but when yours doesn't come true, you're going to have to explain where your God is, that he didn't rapture you. My God never promised me a rapture. My God promised to make a room in heaven for me. My God promised a 7th trumpet and 2 resurrections. My God promised that I believe in him, I accept him as my Savior. I'm his, so long as I serve him and walk in accordance to the Holy Bible and do the talk too. That rapture stuff, man, I think it's because it's all mind control. God, the world is so bad, come get us out. Hey, but totally forget about the fact you need to be serving him. And right now you're asking him to get you out of your $2 million house to escape because the world is just so bad. Do you know how many of my friends are on the streets or in homeless shelters? Are they begging God for an escape like you are? No, they're not. They're saying, God, I know you love me. This world sucks. It's not your fault that this world sucks. How can I serve you? What can I do for you today? Hey, God, do you think that you can help me find myself a shower? Or a sandwich? But I'll give the rest of my day and night to you, God. Just to serve you, just to be loved by you, and just to love you back. And what you've given me, whether it's good or bad, you know what? Because you gave it to me, I love it. I know I'm a rotten person. I know I got things wrong. But Hey, Brian Griffin, it's great. You'll be taken to. Think of those who didn't learn of it yet. Thank you, Ron. Thank you for saying that. Because I was just told last night that I'll be left behind because I don't believe in it. And I took that to heart. I took it as my siblings in Christ were telling me that Jesus doesn't love me. He's going to forget all about me and remember them. And I'm nothing to Yeshua. That's how it made me feel. I'm nothing to Yeshua. He's going to leave me behind. And meanwhile, he's the one that got me out of a cage from a dumb. And he's going to leave me behind? And you're going to tell me this? Boy, you better be right, because when I see God, I'm going to say, you know what? My siblings told me that you're going to leave me. But your word says that you're faithful and you never abandon me. So I don't understand, God. And I spent years on earth toiling over the fact that you're going to forget about me and that you don't love me. Because that's what my siblings in Christ told me. Oh, yeah, I got my issues. Oh, here we go with this other thing. I started on it, and you brought it up to me. Yah's burnt butterfly. Okay, so Abba kept drawing. I have a question about the Holy Bible. When I woke up in 2014, Abba kept showing me in Revelation. Let me find it first. Okay, Abba, when I first woke up, in 2014, December 2014, January 2015, Abba kept bringing my eyes to Revelation chapter 12, the woman and the dragon. He kept bringing my eyes to that. Now, I'm still learning the Holy Bible, so he brings my eyes to that. Oh, you have a beautiful day, Ron. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you for explaining that, Ron. The Bible says taken away, but we use the word rapture to describe it. Then I can understand it when you put it in that format. And then I take that format and I say, okay, Abba, so they're talking about the seventh trumpet. Because you call for us in your loud voice at the seventh trumpet. But we really don't go anywhere. We're resurrected, but the earth is still ours. And you're going to live among us. So really, we're not going anywhere. We are getting glorified bodies. We will resurrect. Some people will still be alive. Some people will be dead. So Abba kept showing me chapter 12 before Abba showed me the seals in the Holy Bible. And I found that really odd, and I was thinking about that this morning because we have the Mandela effect. I don't know if I got into this. We have the Mandela effect, and we know in the Holy Bible, Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh gives out a woe to anyone that adds or subtracts from the words in the Bible. I personally do not feel that Abba would have said woe to those who change my Bible if he didn't already know that that others were going to mess with his holy word, his living spoken logos. He knew it was going to happen, so he put that woe in there, from my humble opinion, right? Okay, so Abba kept, in 2014, 2015, Abba kept pulling my eyes to chapter 12, the woman and the dragon. That's when you had the Virgo constellation, with Leo constellation above it. You had Mercury, Mars, and Venus, plus the stars of Leo, which made the crown of Virgo, and Jupiter was passing through her belly and then through her legs. And this was what, September 23rd of 2017, in about there. So September 2017, we had seen the woman and the dragon. But what gets me is this. I hope I explain it right. Help me, please. Okay. So he kept pulling my eyes to the woman and the dragon. And then 2-3 years later, it happens. The woman and the dragon. We see it in our skies, September 2017, right? Why is it chapter 12 in our Holy Bible when it's the first sign we've seen before the seals open, the trumpet sound, and the vials or bowls of wrath are poured out? How come it's chapter 12 when I kind of feel it should be like chapter 1? Why did chapter 12 happen first in Revelation? Why didn't the woman and the dragon happen first in Revelation, and then for us to, after that, read about the seals and the two witnesses and this and that? What is going on at 12 happened before chapter 1? So is it the woman and the dragon, the beast out of the sea, the lamb and the 144,000? Now you got the angels with the seals. You have the angels with why didn't the woman and the dragon come at the beginning of Revelation if that's the first sign we've seen and the seals haven't opened, the trumpets haven't sounded, and the vials are not pouring? Does anybody have an answer? Exposing my lamps. You put up a video. I miss you, sweetheart. My love to you, your son, your brother. I miss you. And I think about you every day. Are these the ones? Because I have a pair of carpentry Timberlands. Those are my favorite. Like my construction worker style Timberlands. So anyway, I think about you all the time. I miss you very much. I love you very much. And I want you to know I'm thinking of you all the time, sweetheart. I love having you in my life. Good morning, my Greta. How are you? Many people feel that the evil one wouldn't attack his number one target, the churches. If the churches were right, they would all see eye to eye, but they don't. Division set in a long time ago. Thank you, Brian. Rapture theology is a divide and conquer technique designed by Satan. Yeah, and I'll be honest, y'all, it rips me apart. It confuses me. It rips me apart. And then outwardly, yes, it puts division between me and others. And I don't want that to happen because I love my siblings in Christ. But it's in me that I have a disconnect. I seem to think that the book of Revelation repeats itself. God likes to repeat himself as well, so maybe that is the way that it is written. Important parts of the Holy Bible have been removed that are still a part of the Ethiopian Bible, such as the book of Enoch. Do you know I used to have a Holy Bible that had Enoch in it? Someone stole it from me. I think it was one of my blood relatives, too, who stole it from me. And I don't know why they did that, probably because it did have the book of Enoch in it. Excuse me 1 second. Oh, the ashtray's right here. Sorry. I'm doing okay, sweetheart. Who was I talking to? I told them to talk to you, Greta. Debbie. Debbie. You know Debbie. We were on a video talking about, it was that one video where you had to go early and I had myself on mute for like 30 minutes, Greta. I Holly'd it, muted myself, didn't realize, and somebody had to call my cell phone to say, hey, Holly, you know you've been muted for 30 minutes? And I'm like, what? I got to repeat all that over again? That's not going to be fun. Their tactics are to incite confusion. You know what? Then their tactics are working, Paul. I repent. Their tactics are working on me, and I'm trying to fight it, and I'm losing. Okay, I feel like I'm losing. Those are my notifications. Now you know why I'm like, in 6 months they're going to pull the electrical plug. So you mean my cell phone and computer won't go nuts like that anymore? And but then that's going to suck when they do that because we're not going to be able to do private video calls. I'm going to get a ham radio, and I hear that if you get a license, you can broadcast from it. So I'm going to get a ham radio and a license so I can broadcast from it when our lights go out. When they pull the electrical plug and we're in darkness, get a ham radio. They have them for like $80. I bet you'll find Paul McGuire, Hagman on there, and a whole bunch of other people still broadcasting on there. And probably a lot more than that. But I figure, okay, so that gives me about 4 months to prepare. I think I can save up $80 and find out about this ham radio. And I think that, you know, I can store up some other things. I think I can do that in this time before they pull the electrical plug. Make sure I have enough water stored up. Like every time I have a plastic bottle, I end up filtering water and putting it back in that plastic bottle and just saving the water. But I don't want to be left without being able to know what's going on in the world and to be able to reach others. But I think that's why they want to get rid of these ham radios, is to keep us in silence and to keep us in darkness. But if we can get one of those things, then we still have an edge and we can still serve Abba. And we're his soldiers. And we got to start acting like it. I mean, look at Antifa. They're more organized than the rest of us. And that's pretty sad. I think the problem is another thing. I'm going to criticize myself, and I think I really need to. My life study Bible was stolen. Oh, man. I am so sorry, y'all. Yeah, I gotta get one. I want one, that way I can still know what's going on. But then again, if I can't and something goes awry and I can't get my hands on one, then obviously I'll depend on Abba's dreams and visions to me. So the Holy Spirit will keep me connected with you guys. And I can do that. I can stay connected with you guys through the Holy Spirit. I know if I pray for you and I say, Abba, please give my prayer for Dory or for exposing my labs. I'm thinking of them. I'm worried about them. Please let them know I'm sending my love, and please let your will be done, and please provide for them and protect them. Please give them my prayer for me. Please let them know I'm thinking about them and I love them. Please give my prayer to an angel to send over to Dory, exposing my labs, Brian, Paul, or whoever. I have faith that Abba will do that, and he will give you my prayer, and he will remind you that you're loved. But I would like to make sure that I have some of the things immediately available to me for at least the first 6 months of whatever's going to happen. And even then, that's not enough. You need to have like a year and a half, at least a year and a half of supplies stored up. I can get 1/3 of the way, and then I can stretch those supplies out to last me a year. I might look skinnier than I do now, but at least that'll buy me more time so I can serve my Creator. That's when you'll see me on the streets. That's when you guys better keep your eyes peeled, because that's when I'll be like, what's this whole street preaching thing about? Abba, I think now is a pristine, perfect time for me to learn how to street preach. The electric is out, and I'm not staying home. Help me learn how to talk to people face to face, please, Abba, and let's go do it. You know? I want your muscles, Abba. That's what I want, are your muscles. Because mine are weak. Your family is in Texas? Ham. Yeah, that's... I know what one I want to buy. I was talking to someone, I forget who it was, and they sent me a whole bunch of stuff on ham radios. And then they explained it to me, so I was like, oh my goodness, thank you. So, yeah, I think that is the next thing I'm going to get on my wish list is a ham radio and license. I'm not going anywhere, okay? A nuke fallout will happen, and besides cockroaches and Twinkies lasting a nuclear attack, with my luck, I'll still be alive and survive it. So, yeah, I'm going to need a ham radio. I'm kidding. Oh, I love you exposing. I just listen on a small handheld radio, tune into a local repeater, and occasionally hear a conversation between truckers far away from each other. I used to have a CB in all my vehicles, Paul. When I went cross-country, that CB was fun. You know, when you're driving 60 hours from New Jersey out to Washington State or California, the CB is kind of fun to have. Definitely handy. And there were a couple of times along my cross-country trip where a trucker was like, I got this green Ford Explorer behind me that's only got one headlight on. And I'm like, wait, you're right next to me? They're like, yeah, you only got one headlight. there's a truck stop up at exit, go in. And he's like, you got a Ford Explorer? Okay, so this is what kind of headlight you want to buy. Go in here, get it, and get back on your CB, and I'll tell you how to put it in. I was like, really? You would do that for me? You're going to walk me through the whole process? You just made yourself a best friend. What can I do for you? Like, very cool. And then, of course, we get on there and hoot and holler and horse around a little bit and goof off, But yeah, I always had a CB in my cars. I still got a CB now. The antenna and everything, I could always hook that up. The CB. And it's got that big, long, huge antenna. I got the one that could reach really long distances. I was like, if I'm going to spend my money, I'm going to spend it wisely. I want good options and features. Luciferians coming out on Sunday, summer solstice in all major cities. Really? Thank you for saying that. Just this morning, I said to Abba, I was like, my trolls last weekend thought they were so smart and clever. Idiots. I saw it coming with the first sentences they typed in the subject bar to the emails that they've been blasting me with. And notice it's them blasting me and not the other way around. Holly, we don't want to ruin your weekend, but we're going to institutionalize you, and we're gonna drag you through the court system because you don't like us and you don't want to be our friend. So we're gonna troll you, and we don't want to ruin your weekend, but we just want you to know that we're gonna institutionalize you. Idiots. Yeah. So I went to Abba this morning. I was talking to Abba about a lot of different topics. I'm like, I wonder if this coming weekend they're going to pull the same nonsense on me they did last weekend, which it didn't upset me, and they were aiming to do it. It was more fun than anything, and actually it drew me closer to Abba, and it opened up more dialogue for me and my Creator to have in Yeshua's name, and it was good. So I ended up coming out winning from the whole experience because I was pulled closer to Yud Hey Vav Hey, and I could really talk to him about these heartfelt things. But this coming weekend, I was like, Abba, what's going to happen this coming weekend? And he was just quiet. I could feel Abba just quiet. And I was like, so there is going to be something that happens this weekend. Thank you for saying that, Yaz Burnt Butterfly. Luciferians are coming out on Sunday, summer solstice, in all major cities. Thank you. Brooke Federline even reached out to me. She's like, Holly, there's some satanic holidays, and it goes back to the programming that you and I experienced, and this satanic holiday right now is trying to access that programming, and it's the Alice in Wonderland programming. You guys know Alice in Wonderland? It's one of my favorite kids shows. Cheshire Cat is my favorite character, but I was programmed not only to Alice in Wonderland, but to other child stories like Labyrinth, and David Bowie made that video. Hey Sean Anon, it's open discussion. At the very beginning of the video of my live stream, I was showing Twitter videos about what's happening in our streets, my reaction to it, and then from there we just all kind of started turning around the topic and just talking about what was ever in our mind or on our mind, and so it's just open conversation, really. That's all. It's nice to meet you, Sean Anon. About anything. Anything and everything. That, and I'm still waking up trying to get ready for the day. I don't think I'm going to I got to reach out to my team leader. I didn't talk to my team leader last week. I got to talk to my team leader again. I don't think that I'm going to get as much training in this week as I thought I would from Russ Dizdar. Thank you, Paul. They are calling all wishes. Anytime, Sean. It's just open dialogue. Nice to meet you. They are calling all witches into warfare on the summer solstice. Their biggest gatherings are around the sun and moon. That night is a ring of fire eclipse or something like that. I remember moon worship when we were in the Domes. No wonder why my trolls came out last weekend and they're going to do it. You know it's coming again this weekend. You know they're watching this, hanging on every word I'm speaking. Yeah, no wonder why they popped up. Because what are my trolls? Witches claiming to be Christian. Holly, I do Reiki. I'm a Christian. I'm just not at the same spiritual level as you. No, actually, all the words that you used in that sentence do not belong together. That sentence is so wrong, I don't know where to start. No, you're definitely not at the same spiritual level as me, because you're serving you're not only telling me you believe in Jesus, but you're serving these other fallen, disgusting, filthy, rotten spirits doing Reiki. You're never going to be on my spiritual level at the rate you're going. You turn solely to Yeshua HaMashiach and you put all that other stuff down. There's no such thing as a Christian witch who believes in Jesus but does Reiki. Your house is divided right there. Between the infinite creator, who's our Savior, it's divided with Satan. So you're serving God and Satan. It's not going to work. Satan is going to win out your life. And God won't want you, because God wanted you to love him and solely him from the beginning, and you haven't done it. And so those that troll me, they are witches. So it makes sense that they're going to come out of the woodwork, right? Yeah, Reiki and Christian, they don't mix. They're idiots. Yeah, those are my trolls. Go figure. What that chick should have meant to say is that I'm not saved to Jesus like you are. She should have never said, I'm not at the same spiritual level as you. Get out of here. I am anti-religion. I am anti-religious. I am anti all of that. I am a Jesus lover, though. Your body has been feeling the ramping up. I just realized that is when I feel it in my body, and now I know what I need to do. John Ramirez, I saw him at a conference once, but I never met him. I never met him. I've heard John Ramirez's testimony. He's got a very good testimony. But like I said, I didn't meet him. I did not hear him speak at the conference. I saw him there, but I was not inclined to go up to introduce myself. When I went to that one conference, the only persons I regret not meeting were Derek and Sharon. Is it Sharon or Shannon? Derek and his wife, Gilbert. Everybody else, I was like, okay, here's LA. There's Russ. There's Tom Don. There's these ones over here. I'm going to them first, okay? But that's only because Abba showed me Rustistar in my dreams and L.A. Marzulli and all these other people in my dreams, because Abba was taking me to their ministries because I needed help, and their ministries who serve Abba were able to help me. Because I still need help, apparently. Spiritual warfare books. Really? John Ramirez. Here you go. Ramirez. I think I spelled his name right. But when I went to that one conference, I had extremely limited time. I was supposed to be there for the whole thing, but what was happening in my personal life back at my house was taking me away from the conference. So when I saw that happen, I made sure to get that person out of my house and away from me, because they were interfering with my relationship with God and me serving Him. And I want God more than some dude that takes me away from conferences that I've worked so hard to get to. Witches and warlocks spend hours and days working their spells. Christians get uncomfortable after an hour together. Right? Right? They're at it constantly. You know they are. Did I have dreams last night? No, I didn't have any dreams last night. I slept pretty good, except about 5 o'clock in the morning, I start waking up every hour on the hour until like 8 or 9, until I really get up. I don't want to be getting up at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning anymore. I'd rather wake up a little bit later in the day. I don't get enough sleep in. Wow, so those trolls who are witches, they're pretty busy this weekend, huh? I'm going to have to start praying against the things they're summoning. Time to reread it and print out warfare prayers. My cell phone, hard drives, laptops, and iPad been hacked or fried nonstop, since 2012, so I haven't been able to maintain many files. Oh, that stinks. That stinks. They've gotten into my computer too. I'm sure when they get into my computer, they're highly disappointed. They're like, we spent all of that effort to hack Holly, and this is what she's got on our hard drives. She's more boring than we thought. Next. She's really got no life. It wasn't worth hacking into her computer for this. The best thing she's got are a couple funny memes that use swear words. That's all she's got. There's like 5 of those. Everything else is boring that's in her computer. But it is. I can't. But they hacked me anyway. I just got hacked, I think, 2 days ago. Or was it 3 days ago? My friend got hacked, and because he was hacked, I ended up getting hacked. And it just went down the line. But it's okay. Abba's got a security measure in place. That's why my trolls want my cell phone number so bad. That's why they want my email address so bad. You didn't change your email. Actually, yes, I did. Did I get rid of the old account? No. I just blocked you on it. But now you can't get through the old account. You don't know what the new account is, and my cell phone number you're never going to get. I can understand why they're pissed off with me. because they need my email and my phone number to be able to access my accounts, and they don't have either one of them. But they have, my trolls did do something that I will forever be grateful to and for. They not only helped me build up a thicker skin and a stronger backbone to hold up that thick skin, but they have encouraged me to go spend my time sitting in a law library looking up cases upon cases upon cases. So when they come at me, I will be educated, and the only thing they can do is go do some sort of spell or satanic sacrifice to try to get at me. And then Abba's going to stand in between me and them, and Abba's going to say, again, no, that's mine, you're not, step off. I'm bigger than you and your finite, filthy deities, gods and goddesses and spirits and whatever else you think you got. Holly's mine, you're not, stop messing with her. Dory Do, exposing my labs. Y'all's burnt butterfly. Brian, Paul, they're mine too. Leave them alone. We're his chosen. If those trolls weren't so stupid, they would have picked up the calling Abba placed on their lives instead of going to mess with tarot cards, spells, Reiki, rune stones, and all this other garbage. Works in military intel. Probably CIA now, and all this started when we... Oh, no. I understand better. You're the epitome of what is stuck in a rock and a hard place. Because of that. They're relentless. Group hug! I second what Brian said, group hug. So I think with all of us and all of our program parts here, or broken pieces, I think that should be like 1,100 people hugging all at once. When we have 11 viewers, that'd be 1,100 people. Group hug. I second that, Brian. Like, why can't... Did you guys ever see... Before I end this, I'm going to tell you one last story. And I am going to actually get going, and I don't feel like it. But I got to shower. I got to, like, get up, move, and eat. But did you guys ever see those commercials on TV? Many, many years ago, there was this one commercial I saw, and I fell in love with it. But you see all these men running around like city blocks, and they're all going, and they're jumping up, and it's like they're trying to catch something, and they're all jumping up and going like that. And so you see these guys running around, jumping up, trying to catch something in the air, and it's like, what are they grabbing for? And you just see this one beautiful girl standing there going, I thought that was such a funny commercial. I forget what it was for. I thought it was cute. I really did. So there's this one girl blowing kisses, and the men are jumping up, grabbing it. But then I saw a second video, which also I really liked. Again, it was based in a city, the commercial. And everybody in the city block, or no, I take that back. I take it back. It wasn't a commercial. I remember what it was. I was watching a video. It was on YouTube. I was just watching a video. And it looked like a group of people were like fighting with each other, you know, like thugs going after each other and spewing their garbage and this, that, the other thing, and they're going at each other, and it's like, oh my goodness, what am I about to witness watching this video? Like, I'm going to see blood soon, aren't I? One kid jumps out of his car, goes around to the back of the trunk. You see the other kids in the car jump out of their cars, and they're grabbing stuff, and then the next thing you know, you just see this one kid smash someone across the face with a pillow, and feathers go flying everywhere. So these big thugs are arguing with each other, but they start beating each other up with pillows, and you just see feathers go flying all around the parking lot and everything else. And then they all like stop abruptly, run, get inside their cars, and haul off. I thought that was funny. I don't know. And instead nowadays, 15-year-old kids are packing AR-15s. You know, you guys totally forgot about pillow fights, didn't ya? Instead now, you reach for the guns. If I go to a protest, I'm going to have like 15 pillows strapped onto me. I'm going to start passing them out. Yeah, you want to fight? Here's your pillow. Yeah, you want to go at it? Here's your pillow. By the end of that pillow fight, whatever problems the two people thought they had would be worked out, and they'd be laughing. Alright, so on that note, I will get off here and go be productive. But thanks for chilling with me this morning. Like, I love hanging out with you guys a lot. I'll try to start taking showers first and then come online, because I know I look ratty. I need a new Coach Dave hat too. I have worn this thing out. Ooh, water balloon wars. Oh my goodness. I used to go down to Seaside and party. You know, in my 20s. I'm 45 now. I have a different life. But in my 20s, I used to, before they had that reality show on MTV with Seaside Heights. And meanwhile, none of those people on that reality show of Seaside Heights were actually New Jersey residents. They were all from Staten Island. No offense, there's a difference between people from New Jersey and people from Staten Island. There is. It's a very clear difference. You got people from Staten Island making pacts with the devil just to get onto the reality show of Seaside Heights. So anyway, back in my day, we used to rule that place. And there was this one hotel called the Aztec, AZTEC, I think. And it was a hotel that was right on the boardwalk. And I always went to that hotel every year. I loved it. And when I went, there was a group of us that went down. Oh, man. And we acted like kids. But, yeah, we got in a water balloon fight. I think it was about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning at the hotel. We got in a water balloon fight. We're throwing them off. Because I was on the top balcony, and I'm throwing them down. And you got other people. Just water balloons everywhere. After the water balloon fight, pretty much half the hotel decided to go swimming. So we all hopped the gates and went swimming until the police came and said, you guys got to get out of here. There's like 3 cops and 20 of us in the pool jumping around. We're like, okay. And we listened to the cops. We're like, we're just having fun. We're not trying to hurt anybody. And they're like, we know, but you can't. You know, the hotel people are pretty ticked off. But we had a good time. Water balloon fights. Oh, and then the super soakers. Oh, my goodness. Then I used to have the 3-man slingshot, you know, where 2 people each have, like, the slingshot and they hold it. And then a third person, you know, puts the water balloon. Water balloons, not bottles, not harmful other things, but balloons. And we pull it back and sling it off. Oh, we had fun. A 3-man slingshot for water balloons. You know, I know I'm 45, but I am never too old for a water balloon fight. ever, at any time, ever. I'm going to remain a child for as long as I can. Stay Puft Marshmallows. I love you exposing my labs. Brian, that's what the uneducated say to me. A good stuffed bunny has billions of uses. You can rub a stuffed bunny on a balloon and get electricity. It makes my hair stand up too. Oh, Monty Python, I haven't seen any of his movies in a long time. No, the 3-man slingshot wasn't that bad. I mean, you could only stretch it like 4 feet. It wasn't really painful. Don't worry, I had people test it on me first before I used it on others, and it really, I mean, plus you get those balloons filled so much with water, they're ready to pop before you even put them in the slingshot. What I didn't like is when people got out of hand with having fun. That I never appreciated, because I do remember there was another hotel down in Seaside that my friends were staying at, and they were like, yeah, Holly, these people took their 3-man slingshot and it wasn't used for water balloons. What they did was they put a Snapple bottle in it and shot it through my pickup truck, the back window. They used a 3-man slingshot. The Snapple bottle went through the back window of the truck, hit my windshield, broke all over the inside of my truck, and then there's a huge crack in my windshield. So they totally annihilated my friend's car by putting a Snapple bottle into a 3-man slingshot. That's stupidity. That's not fun. It's really not, and it's not appreciated. That's just being drunk. But no, water balloons and pillow fights and stuff like that. I like those things. I don't know, could you imagine what those protesters could do? It's not really the protesters, though. I mean, you got George, it's basically the Democrats that are doing all of this. They put up a cause and say, hey, go protest this cause. And the second the protesters show up, then they dispense their thugs into the protesters, and they start looting and burning down things. They're not protesting the death of someone's life. It turns into a free-for-all. I don't think anybody should go to protests anymore or rallies. I really don't think it's a good idea. I think if everybody gets together, it should be good to have a picnic, listen to music, play freeze tag, peg each other with water balloons, and just have a nice time. I would love to see all of those people out in the streets, walking around, having a great time, eating lunch, talking with one another, just getting to know each other. Instead, it's like, okay, well, we have to wait for big calls. 9/11 was the last one. Now we got George Floyd, so we're going to wait another 20 years to have another reason to come together. No. Why can't you come together every day? None of these protesters are marching for any trafficked children. You see, this girl, again, I'll tell you what, this girl really touched my heart. No, that's not it. This girl. That girl. Who's protesting for her? She is a minor. Who's protesting for that girl? Sorry, I didn't realize. Who's protesting for her? I mean, George Floyd's death gives you just cause to do that to a blonde chick who's a minor and did not fight back. She doesn't look like a fighter. She doesn't even look like she can defend herself against you guys, and you attack her? Why don't you go attack a Navy SEAL? Why don't you go attack the Hells Angels? Why don't you attack a formidable enemy? Instead, you are picking on someone who is weaker and lesser than you. That is not cool. Who's protesting for this young lady? I think we need a protest for her. No, your lives don't matter when you pick on a minor. Your lives don't matter. You picked on a minor. Your lives don't matter. You picked on a minor. Your lives don't matter when you pick on a minor. That's what you do to our kids? Where are the protests for that? Oh, wait, they're too busy. Too busy. Your life doesn't matter when you attack a minor. You forfeit. I like that. I like that a lot. Your life doesn't matter when you attack a minor. I'm going to go with that slogan. I'm going to make everybody ticked off. You watch. I'm going to get under everybody's skin. Good. Oh, I didn't even put my chat room up. Needs to meet a stuffed bunny stuffed with bricks. Say la, Brian, right? Oh, I will vote for you in 2020. Count me in. Count me and all my friends in. We're voting for you, Brian. I'm going to put your name on the ballot. I vote for Brian Griffin. Yeah. Run in New Jersey because Murphy sucks. He's just... I mean, look at him. You could tell just by looking at him that there's something wrong with him. I think is he married to a woman, our governor? Because I think our governor is not honest with us about a lot of things. Is our governor actually married to a woman? Sends bunnies of warning to politicians. Could you imagine? Could you imagine all of us going to get stuffed up bunnies and forget about writing letters to our politicians? We'll just start sending them stuffed up animals of bunnies. They'll be like, what's this? What's this? And just keep doing it to them. Eventually it'll get to the politicians going, for the past 3 months, all of us keep receiving bunnies. But, you know, the Republicans over there and the conservatives over there, they're not getting bunnies. But all of us are getting bunnies? I'm scared. We should start sending our politicians stuffed up animals of bunnies. Attach a letter. I'm coming for you, Yeshua. I'm coming for you, Yeshua. Jesus, please go after those bad politicians, and Jesus, please protect the good politicians. In Yeshua's name, Selah. Yeah, mass media. Oh my goodness, our politicians are being threatened. They keep receiving these little stuffed up animals of bunnies. We don't know who's doing it. There's no return address. But only certain politicians keep getting it. We're taking this as a threat. Yeah, for Pelosi, though, we're not going to send her a stuffed up bunny because we know how much she likes her ice cream. You know what we'll send her are those little peeps. You know, the marshmallow peeps? Oh, they're so good. Around Easter time, we'll send her like the bunny peeps with the marshmallows. We'll send her them. That way she can have comfort food. If I became president, the first thing I would do is ask the Most High to guide me and keep my aim true with my stuffed bunny. I wouldn't want to hit an innocent person with my pudgy bunny. That's cute, Brian. Selah. What do you mean Jesus is coming for me and I just got peeps and a stuffed bunny? What is that supposed to mean? Well, for starters, it might be good if you get conviction placed in your hearts and stomachs. You start acting like a true human being. I don't really think that's a threat. It's just kind of more like, duh. Bug Bouncer Superhero said, he goes, what was it? Common sense is not common so more. A lot of people don't have it. And I concur. Have you ever had to teach common sense to a person? I thought that was just something natural that all of us were born with. Apparently not. They write books about how to have common sense nowadays. That's beyond me. Alright, so. I don't know. Alright, well, I guess I should probably get going. Look, oh wait, I can't show you that one. Look at that fat bill. Fill this out and return it back to us. Hey, Beth, how are you, sweetheart? They've been brainwashed and dumbed down. Yes, they have been. Some very intelligent people lack common sense. One of the first attorneys I worked for, bless that man's heart, I love him, but he was definitely who you would want to hire as an attorney. But when it came to common sense, he didn't have it. He just didn't have it at all. But when it came to trials and going to court, he knew it all like the back of his hand, and that was the attorney he wanted, but he had no common sense. Or like common courtesy. Great attorney, but not so great as a human being. No social etiquette. I jumped on the glass on the floor at the Seattle Space Needle. I freaked people out because if the glass broke, I would fall a long way. I never got to go up in Seattle Space Needle. I did drive by it, yes, a couple of times, but I never went up in it. Brian, have you ever seen those videos? I don't know where it is. I think it's in China. Somewhere over in Asia. they have like, where you're way high up in the mountains, and they have these walkways that you can walk around the mountains, but you're basically, looking straight down at the bottom of a valley, and it's thousands and thousands of feet down. But they have these walkways that you can walk on. Sometimes they're glass, so you can look down and see the bottom, but you're way, way high up there. Did you ever see those videos, Brian, where people, there's this one place, I think it was in China. I shouldn't laugh, but I'm going to. I would never do this to like anybody, but so I saw this one video where people are walking along these pathways, and these pathways are on the side of a mountain cliff. But I guess one of these pathways had like virtual reality. So it was not only that you could see down to the bottom, but that, okay, so you could see down to the bottom, but also it had like these virtual effects to it. So I saw this video where you see these people walking and they're looking down, and it's a glass walkway, and they're looking all around, and all of a sudden the walkway between them gets a crack, slow, and then it starts to splinter out. And like the whole glass walkway all of a sudden starts to look like it's shattering apart. And meanwhile, hey Kelly Jean, I love you, honey. I hope you rest well. I hope everything's going good for you, sweetheart. But anyway, you see these people walking, and then like the walkway with these virtual reality effects starts cracking, and it looks like what you said, Brian. And you just see these people going, and they're like scattering. Like one person falls down, and they're trying to like get away by crawling, but they can't move fast enough. You see another one, and I'm sorry to laugh, but you see another one like hanging on the rail, picking up their feet, just. Could you imagine? Walking on a glass walkway, looking down, and then all of a sudden seeing cracks in the glass. I don't think you should take that hike on April Fool's Day, that's for sure. Yeah, me too, Brian, a fear of heights. Yeah, once I'm up there, I would have completely died of a heart attack. I would have been like, I can't feel my pulse. I know I'm still talking, but after that, yeah, my heart stopped beating. I don't know why I'm still talking. Forget it. I think that's funny. Oh, yeah. You know what, Greta? I don't think I'd be able to do that. I mean, I like sightseeing and stuff, but that's a little too hairy for me. I take Dramamine when I have anxiety and panic attacks. I don't go to doctors. I don't take prescriptions. But if I do need some help, I will take Dramamine. Settle my stomach, calm me down. I usually take a nap, and it's safe with a lot less side effects than prescription pills. But honestly, Greta, I don't think they make enough Dramamine for me to walk on one of those things. No. Everybody's like, yeah, this is going to be a fun field trip. Let's go spaz Holly out on the glass walkway. Shh, don't tell her. I'll roll the film to catch her reaction. You guys just play along, but shh, don't tell her. You'd be like, we can't play this video as funny as it is. All you hear Holly is screaming one big long F-bomb. We can't show anybody that. Holly's brunette locks turned gray. No idea why. Forget it. I remember being in New Mexico, and what was the name of the mountain range? And we had taken one of those, it's not a tram, what are they called? Gondolas? Is that what it is? A gondola? Or no? You know, when you get in the big box car and it goes up on the wires and it takes you through the mountains and over the valleys. I remember being in one of those in New Mexico, and the guy in the cart goes, "Yeah, if we were to break off the cables right now, it would take us 7 seconds to hit the to plummet and hit the floor of the valley." I'm like, you don't think that maybe once you get me off of this, that would be a better time to tell me that part of your whole spiel here? Like, oh yeah, by the way, now that we're back down at the bottom safely, did you know right there where we were, if the cables broke, we would have plummeted for 7 seconds before we hit the earth? Tell me when I get off. Not while I'm on it. There have been times, like I've been in Empire State Building. I was in one of the Twin Towers. I've been to, I can't remember the name, in Las Vegas. There's a hotel. Not receiving enough video. You're receiving video. YouTube, you stink. You really do. I forgot what I was saying before I told YouTube off. Wow, OBS stinks. Wow, my chat room won't come up. Easy Vapes. Scene 5, remove. Scene 6. I'll rename to 5. Sorry, OBS is not complying with me. And YouTube's giving me a problem. So you can see what I'm doing right now. But you can't see, okay, you know, I don't even know. I've been here for 2 hours. My landlord's like, why didn't I hear from Holly yet? I pay my rent 1 to 2 weeks early every single, so he's waiting for a phone call from me today so I can go pay him my rent early. I love my landlord. He's great. He really is. Excuse me 1 second. excuse me. I was in the powder room. So, what's everybody doing today? Oh, Hey, Kenzie, sweetheart, how are you? Okay, sorry, Brian. Sorry about that buffering. I guess it's between YouTube and OBS. I fell in the fountain of the mall when I was 5-ish, chasing my brother. My mom left us sitting on the bench outside of the department store. That was... She knew... Kenzie, I gotta go to the mall later this afternoon. You want to take a ride with me? I'm glad to see you, Kenzie. Yeah, I'm sorry. Where'd I go? I went to use the powder room. Please excuse me. Holly, you need to talk to either Brooke or myself before Saturday. We have plans. Really? All right. Well, I'm not going to be online, like running a live stream all day today. I'll be here. I have errands, but I'll make sure I talk to you. Wow, that's so cool. I want to hear all about it. Oh, that's so awesome. So awesome. She's great. So are you, Kenzie. You're both great. I don't think it's fair that all the greatness resides over in New Zealand, but I'm coping with it. I'm kidding. Yeah, no, I went to use the ladies' room. So I've been here for a little over 2 hours, and it's 12 o'clock. I was thinking about going to do my laundry today. Really? I am? Oh, you guys included me? Wow. I can't wait. Kenzie, honestly, I've been meaning to reach out to Brooke for the past couple of weeks because I've been going through quite a bit of things. Brooke sent me some of her videos. I went back through her prayers a second time. And yes, they work. I'm having a difficult time, though. I'm struggling. Drip irrigation to plants. I think I will try to conquer that today. Oh, wow. I hate shopping. I hate shopping. If I was with Dory and her brother, I would have ended up falling in the water, too. You know what my mother did to me in the store? My biological mother? She was brutal. I gotta tell you. She is? Okay. I am available, Kenzie. I will make sure that she knows I'm available. And I will reach out to her. And when I see you and or her, and I will make sure that I stay on it. She hasn't been getting notifications. That's the thing, too, Kenzie. I'm not getting notifications for Brooke. And I am subscribed. The bell's on to all. I'm not getting notifications. Oh my goodness, right now, so pretty sure she'll be asleep. Yeah, she will be. Aww. I will make sure I reach out to her. I've been wanting to talk to her anyhow. Let her know. Right, Yas, burnt butterfly? I want an awake friend. It really stinks having to dumb down 99% of my conversations, right? I have to dumb down myself to understand you. This isn't fun for me. It's really not. Like, you might be having fun hanging out with me, but I'm really not having fun having to dumb down myself. I've noticed that too. Feed me at 2 a.m. Aw, you're a sweetheart, Kenzie. I'm happy to see you, honey. I don't want to say anything because I want it to happen. But I have plans Saturday. And if they happen, I'm going to run a live stream and bring all you guys with me. But I don't want to, like, tell you now what it is. Because if it doesn't happen Saturday, I'm not only going to be bummed, but then I won't be able to do what I told you I want to do. So I'll just wait and make sure that it happens. But I'm going to take you guys somewhere with me. I really don't feel like doing anything today. I don't want to do anything at all. Okay, I have plans with you Saturday. I'm going to sync up with you, Kenzie, after this video. I'm going to run to the store to grab a couple of things, but once I end the video, I run to the store I'll shoot you a message, and then you get back to me when you're up. We'll do it that way. My godmother sent me a card. I love her. She sent me a card. I gotta call her today. She sends me this card in the mail, nonetheless. You went to sleep early? She's really cool. Do you see that? So her and I had a long conversation on the phone the other night. And, well, she's my godmother. So she's like a mother figure. So she sends me this card. She goes, see Holly, or dear Holly, see the yacht in the front? We'll take it for a spin when we get to the shore. I'm like, wait, what yacht? There's a yacht? Can we take all those boats out for a spin? Why just settle for one? But that's not where I was going to take you. That's just another trip. So yeah, I've been dying to go down to the shore. Go on some boats, go deep sea fishing and such. My godmother has she's really cool. She has a group of really great friends and family. I'm grateful to have her in my life. She's a lot of fun too. Oh, I'm really slow today. Debbie, what are you doing, sweetheart? I love you, honey. If you guys want wrenches, let me know. I just don't really know who wants them, doesn't want them. But I did a wrench reset recently. Hey, Debbie. All right, well, I'm going to let you guys go. I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of my day, but I can tell you doing anything responsible is probably not in the cards. I'm safe. I love you, Brian. You crack me up. I can just see the news reports now. Why are only certain politicians receiving stuffed up bunnies? What's going on? We've never seen politicians be so scared of a stuffed up animal such as a bunny. But the second they opened up their mail and they saw that white bunny, they all turned pale. We got to send our politicians white bunnies. Yeah, you got your agenda? Well, we the people got ours. Here's your white bunny. Oh, thank you guys so much. This Sabbath day morning will be pre-ring of fire spiritual warfare prayer time. For all persecuted believers, family, and Jesus, for me. I am in serious battles for my children right now. Yah's burnt butterfly, I lift you and your children up to Heavenly Abba. May His will be done, and may He provide for you and your children. And I pray this for everyone I know and love in Yeshua's name, Selah. Oh, Kenzie, I'm so glad you didn't have any crime scene to contend with today. You poor thing. I don't mean to laugh. Oh, I didn't tell you. I saw a crime scene recently. I was driving down the road and the car in front of me ran over roadkill. So it was already dead, but it was on the road. And it ran over roadkill, and the head of the animal went popping off, rolling down the highway. And other parts of the animal just came off. I was like, oh, man. It stuck with me all day. Brian's funny. Oh, let me tell you. Greta's cat loves her, then my cat Sava loves me. I can tell you that much. There's a fine line. Oh my goodness. Yes, there is a fine line. You poor thing. Oh, I love you, Yaz. I'm going to join you guys in spiritual warfare. You know, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe for the rest of this week I can get out my prayer books, put some good prayers together. We can all pray together. Especially with these holidays coming up, June and July. They're bad months, at least for me. My grandfather was born and died in the last week of June. My grandmother was born July 7th. My father died July 2nd. Max Spears died July 16th, and he is one of the reasons why I came forward to the public with my testimony and even bothered writing a book or anything like that. One of the reasons, not the main reason. Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh is the main reason. But I'm just, my stepbrother passed away in the summer. So it just seems like everybody that was major in my life dies between June and July. So I'm not big on these months. Like Independence Day for me is kind of like, this sucks. Because it's more a death anniversary than it is a celebration. My birthday is September 12th. My dad's birthday was September 15th. There's 9/11. Jesus' birthday was September 11th. And it's like, oh my goodness. Except for Jesus' birthday, like, because of 9/11, I don't have a birthday. I can't celebrate. My aunt worked, still does, or did, not sure. It's been a long time since I spoke to her, but my aunt was in the first tower working for the FBI. I believe it was the first tower. She led 80 people out of the building before it collapsed. And when she got to the bottom, leading 80 people out of the first tower, cops and security were saying, get back in, get back in. And she said, absolutely not. This building's coming down and we are leaving. And she busted through them. She's like, everybody, we're leaving. So 80 people looked at these couple of whatever officers or firefighters or security and said, no, we're getting out of this building right now. You're not forcing us to stay here. And they got out of the building. My aunt led 80 people out of one of the towers. And she didn't let anything deter her. So yeah, there are good people in the FBI. One of them just so happens to be my blood relative. Yeah. Having a beautiful day. Yeah, Brian, I better get going. Group hug to you. I love you, Brian. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day. My prayers to you and your family. Anyone want winter? Right? Kenzie, I've noticed that too. It's been cold. I don't even need my air conditioner. Oh yeah, I'm probably going to get a copyright strike. I better turn this down. Can't believe YouTube gives me copyright strikes for church bells. Of all the things. Stupid idiots. You who programmed your AI, you're stupid. So your AI is going to remain stupid like you are. Great. Fantastic. You call my cell phone smart? I call it stupid. And it harasses me all day long. All right. I'm going to get running too, guys. I love you. Thanks for hanging out with me. I guess now I'll go take a shower and make myself look pretty now that I've rotted all your eyeballs out while I've been sitting here in my pajamas. But I hope that you all have a beautiful and blessed day. Heavenly Abba, I come before you and I pray that your will is done in all of our lives. We worship you. We love Yeshua with all of our heart, and we ask that you fill us and overflow us with your Holy Spirit. In Yeshua's name. Please protect us from dark powers, principalities, demonic spirits, fallen entities, and people who participate in evil doings. In Yeshua's name. Any kids and animals that are being preyed upon, I pray they get home safely before their predators come to kidnap them and steal them. In Yeshua's name. Okay. Okay. Give me a little bit. Kenzie, when I end this video, I'm going to need like an hour or two. I'm not going anywhere. I'm making myself available. I'm not going to forget about Young Brooke. And who else did I have to look up? I'm going to get in trouble for these church bells. Oh, I'm definitely getting pegged for this one. Thanks for saving a wretch like me, Yeshua. That way I can live with you for eternity and all my friends. Having water balloon fights I love you, 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 I love you some more. But remember, Yud Hey Vav Hey loves you way more than I do. But I'm like second runner up to him, okay? So I love you guys. Yeah, my humming gets copyrighted. You're not allowed to hum a song on YouTube. Humming is illegal. All right, don't forget to send your corrupt politicians a stuffed up, fluffy white bunny. And I will talk to you all later. Thanks for joining me. I love you, Dory. I love you guys so much. Thanks. You're a sticker right now. I know.